God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over. What's that? What? Oh, I'm singing the wrong song? Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right, Lamb Chop. I got confused. You know, in America, we have another song that's set to God Save the Queen. Oh, that's the song I need to see. What's it? Yes, that's the one. Excuse me. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, to thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Hey, Jimmy's. Hey, well, thanks to Lamb Chop, we got the right song. My goodness gracious, I don't know what to do. Well, happy 4th of July. Welcome to those of you in America. You know it's a big holiday here. And Lamb Chop's all excited. He said he wants to go see the fireworks tonight. So I'll send him. I'm not going to out in that crazy mess. But welcome to Sunday night. It's 4th of July here in the United States. It's our big national holiday, the founding of America. And you know what? Even though we all know America has a lot of problems, we won't get into that today. We're just going to be thankful that we have at least some degree of freedom still. You know, back here, Lamb Chop, you see that? Yes. I've got my big star, my sparkly star. Why don't you go over there and sit down so I can talk to you? Okay, there you go. All right. But I put up my big sparkly star. In fact, I'll bring it down here so you guys can see it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's made of little silver, red, white, and blue stars, and it's a big sparkly star. So PsychicBob is coming to you today on 4th of July. Woo! Star power. You know I'm crazy about stars. Well, let's put that up here. Hopefully it'll hold on the wall and not fall off. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome to all of you. I see we got a lot of people here tonight. I see Queen Colabob's in the chat. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Queen Colabob. She is the moderator for our show tonight. And what does that mean? Well, she's going to keep an eye on the chat and help you guys out if you run into problems. But she's also there as my little pit bull. I call her Nicola the Pit Bull. And that means that if anybody here is coming here to start trouble tonight, you're going to be thrown out. We're not having it. No way, Jose. So make sure to, respect her. Respect everybody in the chat. Everybody be nice to each other. Yay, I see we got a 4th of July greetings here. I see Lady Carol's here. Robert Stevens here. Yay, Miss Aquarius is here. Amy White is here. Raymond Hampton's here. Kim Osborne is here. Yay. Oh my gosh. So many of you are here tonight. What a wonderful night this is. There's Christian Drew 1313's here. Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You guys are the best. I can't see the chat. I got to take off my shades here. Oh my goodness gracious. Love and Life is here. Love and Life says, Lord Ision, you say the founding fathers knew the power of the star. Can you tell us about that? Well, that's going to have to be a whole video. But basically, our founding fathers in this country, in the United States, were Masons. And in the Masonic tradition, they use the star as one of their sacred symbols. And it's no coincidence it's in the American flag. By the way, I couldn't find my American flag. I have an American flag somewhere. I was going to put it up today, but I can't find it. But that's all right. We got our red, white, and blue star, Here in the United States, for those of you who are outside in Europe or other countries, here, Americans are very patriotic. They drape everything in red, white, and blue today. And I was trying to find, I had an American flag t-shirt and I couldn't find it. So I put on the next best thing I had, which is my colorful dashiki. It's got red, white, and blue colors in it. And I thought it's kind of fun and, fun for a festive holiday. But the star represents, it's like a magical symbol. It represents mystical power. And in the Wiccan tradition, which I practice, it's a sign of the elements. It means that the entire universe is contained in the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and the top point represents spirit. And that means that divinity overarches all creation and binds it all together. So it's a sign of blessing. It's a sign of life because the spirit fuses life into the earth. And it's also a sign of protection. It means evil cannot cross here because life is building life. Evil destroys life. So this is a symbol that overcomes destruction of life. And I think it's a very appropriate symbol. And on the United States flag, we have 50 stars for 50 states. We have 13 red and white stripes for the 13 original British colonies. I live in Virginia, which happens to be one of the original crown colonies. And I have to admit it, I feel a little connected still to my British roots. And where I live, it was settled by a lot of Scottish settlers. And so we have what we call the Scottish Walk every year down in Old Town. Everybody puts on their family tartans and kilts and does a big parade. So I live in an area that still has a lot of British connections. In fact, many people down in the historic district fly the British flag on their houses, which is kind of ironic since we had a war with Britain. But, you know, we've all forgotten that little skirmish. I think we're all friends again. We got a number of people here tonight from the United Kingdom. Queen Cola Bobs is British. And Haley Clement, you're British too, I think, aren't you? You know, Gav Hines. Gav, I thought I saw you. Gav is here. He's British. There you are, Gav. Hi. Gav Hines says, put the England flag out there, Bob. They call you racist. LOL. You know, sadly, it's true. There's this big movement that if you fly the British flag or the American flag, Gav, we have this problem in this country. It's considered that you're racist if you're proud of your heritage. I don't believe that. I don't understand where that comes from. So I don't believe that. I fly flags. I love flags. You know, I used to have a British flag, and I think I left it in England. But I do have the Queen's Royal Standard, but I probably shouldn't fly that here on 4th of July. People wouldn't understand that. So anyways, but you know what? I say love your country, even if it has problems. Because the truth is America has a lot of problems. We know it's not a perfect nation. But you know, there's still a lot of good people in this country, and there's still a lot of hope that we as a nation can be better and do better and be more united. So I'm celebrating life and unity and the power of the star. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Is there anybody in the house tonight that's military, either active or former military? I'd love to hear from you. You know, on 4th of July, I like to give some preference to our military people. I'm going to give you recognition, and I'll give you preference and questions tonight to honor our military personnel. Well, for those of you who are new here, let me tell you what we do. We gather every Sunday here. This is called PsychicBob's Sunday Night Hangout. And it's a time where we all just hang out, we celebrate, we have fun. Hey, Gav. Gav says, this crazy Bob does my head in. I know, Gav. I see this in our country as well. Some school districts, Gav, I don't know if you noticed in America, have banned students from wearing the flag on their shirt or like bringing it. Like there was one school where people are not allowed to have the flag in the window of their car if they park on school grounds. I think it's basically a communist plot to take over America, you know. But anyways, we won't get into all the politics. But yes, I agree, Gav. So anyways, for those of you who are new here, what we do is we gather every Sunday night. This is like, we're like a big family here at Spirit Channel, you know, and we have a lot of fun and we just gather and we hang out. I do psychic readings. Hey, Christy and Jeff. Hi, welcome. And Christy says, yes, my ex-husband served 27 years in the Navy and my son has done 7 years in the Army. Well, thank you to your family for their service. And I'm glad you're here tonight. If your son's here, you can ask him if he's around to come in and we'll do a question for him, you know. Love and Life says, thank you for your service, by the way. Love and Life's here. And Love and Life says, my brother's in the reserves. My father laid down his life for this nation. Isn't that beautiful? That's lovely. All the service, you know. As I said, America's not perfect, but it's still a good place. And we got to rebuild it and make it even better, you know. Kim Osborne's here and says, my sons and nephews are in the military. Wonderful. Tell me about your sons, Kim. What branches are they in? And what do they do? I'd love to hear about it. Well, welcome. Hi, Miss Aquarius 07. Says, I'm so happy to be here. Well, we're happy that you're here too. We really are like a family here. I've been doing the show for a few years now, and I have the best time doing it. And so as I was saying earlier, part of what we do today is we're going to answer some psychic questions. So we're going to do that in just a little while. Please hold your donations until I ask for them. A lot of you are saying, Psychic Bob, how can we support you? We love your work. We love you. What can we do? Well, one way to support me is to donate tonight through the chat. In the chat, they have Super Chat where you can make a donation to me. And I really, truly count on that and appreciate it. It helps me an awful lot every month. So that's one way you can support me and my work. You can also go below this video. There's a store. I don't know if it shows up on your screen. I have a t-shirt shop where I have custom design shirts. I made all the t-shirts in that shop, and they're all artworks of mine. So you might want to go over there and check that out as well. So, I also have to say before we get into readings tonight, I cannot guarantee 100% that everybody who donates will get a reading. I am going to try to cover every single person who's here and ask questions, and especially those who donate. I feel an obligation to support you as you support me. But I have to be honest, because of technical issues, sometimes a chat question will go by and I cannot go back. I have to say this because I have some legal issues going on with somebody trying to take me to court over a donation. I missed a $3 donation and they're sending attorneys after me literally for $3. And as what's sad is that this person doesn't really want the money. They want vendetta. They want to attack Psychic Bob just because they can and try to make a lot of money off me. So I don't think it'll go to court, but my attorneys have asked me to say that I cannot guarantee a reading. So here's our deal. If you love Psychic Bob, if you love our show, just donate with your question, and donate just because you love the show. And if you get your question answered, you got a bonus on top. Can we have that understanding? Because I really have to have that, because I just can't afford to be in these legal limbo situations. This person who's trying to harass me, they've already spent over $1,000, I found out, on attorney's fees to try to take me to court for a $3 missed donation. So I have to make that clear. I cannot guarantee a reading. I'm just going to try, okay? So donate because you love me, and I love you, and thank you for being here. We do have a lot of fun here. And, for those of you who are new, welcome. Christy and Jeff, you're new here tonight, aren't you? So you're one of our new people. I want to hear from all the new people in the house too, So Kim just says, my dad was in the Air Force. I graduated from Frankfurt, Germany. How cool is that? Germany, yay. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Welcome. Hi, Rich Rose. Glad to hear you. Well, Rich, I don't worry about these people. Anybody who knows Psychic Bob knows that I certainly am not trying to steal money from people. I try to give back to everybody who donates. But this person, some people, it doesn't matter what you do. Even if I did a reading for, they'd still probably try to sue me just because they'd be unhappy. But to spend, over, I know it's at least $1,000 on the attorney's fees so far. If they've spent that much money, doesn't that tell you how vendettic they are? What type of person, how sad that somebody would spend $1,000 to take me to court over $3. That's not right. That's the world I live in. Hey, Mary R., good to see you. Welcome. Mary says, I'm new, Bob. Well, welcome to our show tonight, Mary. Queen Cola Bobs, if the new people ask questions, make sure to bring it to my attention if I miss them, okay? So, well, anyways, I'm glad you're here. By the way, I have to show you what I dug out today while I was looking at my patriotic stuff. I found this little star. I thought I lost it, but it was in my closet. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I collect stars, by the way. I love anything pentagrams, pentacles. So this is my star I'm wearing. Or not wearing, but I found. I'm going to put on the wall. I should put it back. Well, anyways, I'll hang it up later. But there you go. Isn't that cool? So in the American flag, for those of you who are not American, we have at the top a blue square with white stars on it. So this is like they call it the canton of the flag. So this is a star based on the canton of the American flag. So there you go. Some patriotism today, But I'm so glad you guys are here. And Lamb Chop is too. So anyways, well, we're gonna do some readings here tonight. see what the spirit world has. But before we get into that, hold your donations. We got to do some meditation. And for those of you who are here tonight, I'm going to teach you a little meditation. We call it the blink meditation. And just follow along with us. And if it's a little hard for you, that's okay. It's actually a very advanced meditation technique. It seems very simple, but it's actually very powerful. And for some people, they find it a little more difficult. But that's okay. If you practice, you get perfect, right? Practice makes perfect. Isn't that the truth? Amy White's here. Good to see you, Amy. Amy says, hey, Bob, how's that crocodile doing? Oh, my crocodile's doing just fine. Thank you. Amy's making a reference. I have a big crocodile shirt that Queen Cola Bob's gave me. It's a beautiful, brand new Lacoste. It's in the laundry tonight, so I don't have it on, you know. Hey, Jenny Moon's here. Good to see you. Welcome. Jenny, by the way, I'm glad you're here. Jenny's been one of our members, I hope you don't mind me saying, Jenny, of our psychic development class. Every Saturday, and I forgot to put it up here. Hold on, let me put it up on the screen. Every Saturday, I teach a psychic development class. And you can go over there. There it is. At PsychicBob.com and register for my class. It's only $30. But if you've been wanting to open your psychic channeling gifts and learn how to work with spirit, you want to go register for my class. We meet every Saturday on Zoom. It's a private seminar and class. And in Zoom, and you'll actually be able to come into the classroom and talk to me personally. And so it's one-on-one. I teach everybody in the class. I work with each of you. I answer your psychic questions. I teach you techniques to access your spiritual gifts. And a lot of you have been here. Jenny's been in our class. Queen Cola Bob's has been in our class. A number of people have been in our class. Hey, there's Connor Betka. Hey, Connor, welcome. Thank you to the show. Thank you for joining our show tonight. Welcome. I think you're British, aren't you, Connor? Tell me. Yes, I think you live in England, don't you? Well, that's wonderful. Well, welcome, you know. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Kevin Elliott's here. Hey, Kevin, happy 4th of July. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. See, so many wonderful people today. There's Moonface here. Yay, Lady Carol's here. Wonderful. Thank you, Lady Carol. Lady Carol says, I've missed the class, but it's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, so, you know, go register now because this upcoming Saturday, we're going to teach on fairies, how to connect to the Fae realm and how that connects with the angel realm. This last week, we talked about angels. A lot of you really enjoyed that class. This week, we're going to talk about fairies and how they can help you in your psychic gifts and abilities. So I hope you'll come and join our class. Register over at my website. What will happen is once you do the payment, it's all automated through PayPal. Just click on the class button. You'll pay through debit card or credit card. It'll send me a notice. I'll put you on the class list. And on Saturday morning, I'll send out the class notice about a half hour before class. And you'll be able to just click on the link in your email and come on into the class, okay? So I would love to see you there. Hope you'll go register at PsychicBob.com. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thanks to all of you who came out to Saturday's class. All right, so we got to meditate. So I want you guys to get comfortable in your chairs here. And take your hands off your keyboards just for a few moments. And we're going to just start to settle down here, okay? And we're going to just close our eyes for a moment. And as we close our eyes, I want you just to follow your breathing, just gently in and out. And as we follow the breathing, I want you to let go all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace within. And as you follow your breathing, I want you to draw your attention now down to the middle of the chest area. And inside of you, you're going to see a little spark of white light, a little pinpoint of light floating inside of your chest, right in the middle, okay? So I want you to focus on that little pinpoint of light now. And as you're looking at it, see if you can make it just a little brighter and just a little larger so you can really see it and focus on it. Okay? And as you see that spark of light now, we're going to count from 3 down to 1. And when we get to 1, we're going to take that light and just explode it like a firework so that it fills your whole body inside with light from head to toe. All right? So think of how a firework explodes, all right? Since it's 4th of July, it's like that. But that white light just fills our entire body with illumination. All right, so I want you to watch that light now, okay? We're going to count down from 3 to 1. All right, you ready? You got that light? All right, let's count down. 3, 2, stay focused on the light. 1, blink on! Whoo! Oh, I got a head rush when I do that. All right, our first lucky person tonight is Raymond Hampton. Hi, Raymond. Good to see you, buddy. Raymond says, hi, Psychic Bob. What message does the spirit world have for me today on my kidney and my health? Thanks. Hold on a second. I'm going to call in Doris Stokes. She's one of my spirit people. Hi, Doris. I can hear you, darling. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I need to know about Raymond. Okay. Raymond, Doris says to tell you, she said, to remind Raymond, I used to be a nurse. And she said that kidney's going to heal up fine. She said you took a little bit of a strain to it. She said, don't worry, it's not a long-term issue for you. And she said that she's strengthening you in all of your body. She said you've taken a bit of a bruising. Looks like you've been through a rough physical time here. And she said, don't worry, there's no more internal hemorrhaging or bleeding. She said, you're going to heal up. And she said within about 3 days, she said, you're going to feel a lot better. So she's here asking me to bring you her blessing. And she said she's going to work with you and help you. Okay, so call on Doris, Raymond. You're going to get through this. About 3 to 4 more days. Blessings to you. Hi, Buvana Lake. Thank you. Our first donation night, $4.99. Thank you, Buvana. Blessings, Bob. Are there any messages from the gods? Thanks and happy 4th of July. You know, Buvana, that's so interesting you said, because while I was reading your question, I'm hearing rolling thunder back here. And I thought it was fireworks, but it's actually coming from the opposite side. It's not coming from my window. So it's from the spirit world. Hold on. Oh, I've got 3 different people coming in here. Hold on. There are 2 people coming forth. They said they are messengers. One is the god Mercury. I actually hear Mercury. And he said, I bring greetings from the great god Zeus. And he says, Zeus wishes to speak. Okay, Buvana, Zeus has come for you. Zeus is asking me to tell you that he's coming in. He said, I am the great father. And he says, I love all my children. And Zeus is coming in to work with you, to help you, to connect to your spiritual self. And he said, don't be afraid to move forward. Zeus said he brings his power. And he says, I hold back those who block you. So Zeus is here in Mercury to open communications. Thank you for your donation. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, these are going so fast. Hold on. Hickman Girl, $10 donation. Thank you, dear, for your donation. Hi, Psychic Bob. I hope you and everyone have a wonderful day. Are there any spirit messages for me? Thank you. Hickman Girl, hold on a second. I've got the voice going on back here. Yes. You've got a new spirit guide that's coming in to work with you. And this is actually her name. She gives me the name of Lisa. And she says, I'm Lisa Marie. And she said that she was a medium. She says, I was a medium in the 1970s. And she said she's coming in to help you open your gifts of clairvoyance. She showed me a crystal ball here. And I don't know if you've ever worked with a crystal ball, but she said scrying will open your psychic vision. So she's bringing you a gift of a crystal ball from spirit. So I'd like you to explore working with that and call on her. Her name is Lisa Marie. She's also saying, she says, next year, she said, you will do a psychic fair. So it looks like some gifts are opening to where you're going to really develop and you're going to do like actual work as a psychic, but it won't be till next year in 2022. But she said, be working with me. I'm with you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Kevin Elliott, $10 donation. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bob. Does the spirit world have any recommendations regarding my photography or in love or in general? Thank you. Hi, Kevin. Blessings to you. Yes. Okay. Edgar Casey's coming in back here. I hear his voice. Thank you. Mr. Casey's asking me to tell you, Kevin. He said, tell Kevin to remember to bring me on his shoots. He said, I'm always there. But he said, if he invites me, he said, I'll be able to give him more direction and more help. And he's saying to tell you, he said that he's hoping you to connect to an old camera. Somebody's going to show you a camera. It's like really old from like the 1950s or 60s. He said, be open to experimenting with an old camera. He said, it's going to bring you a new way to capture imagery. So Mr. Casey's working with you. And he says to tell you, he said, oh, love is very close to you soon. So it looks like as we go into August here, There's an opening around relationship for you. And he says, you haven't met her yet, but you will soon. And he said, in fact, there'll be some dating, a few different women. And he said, there's one girl that you know already. And he said, she has an interest in you. But he said, there's some others coming in. He said, be open to meeting many people. And he says, August is a social month. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you so very much for your donation and questions. Blessings. Sandra Jiskin, $5 donation. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me from God or the spirits? Blessings. Hi, Sandra. Yes, I hear you. Doris is back here, my spirit guide, Doris. And she's asking me to tell you, Sandra, she said that she's coming in, she says, to help you clear out some of the emotional baggage. She said, you're at a turning point. She said, where you're releasing the past. And she said, my dear, it's not so hard. She said, but call upon me because I'm here to help you. And she wants you to know that she's going to be helping you to kind of move forward. She keeps talking to me about July and August here, as she said, forward advanced time period. So it's like you're making some big leaps here. Sandra, I don't know if you're planning on doing a move, but she keeps showing me looking at properties, like listings of houses. So if you're thinking about doing a purchase of a house, I do feel like in the next 2 months, this issue could come up here. And Doris said, she said, well, if she wants to do a move, she said she said 6 months are very good. So from now till the end of the year, there's a lot of open energy for transition around moving for you as well. Call on Doris Stokes because she's helping you. She said, first, her words are literally, first emotional healing, then material healing. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your donation. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are amazing. So many wonderful questions. Hold on just a second. Got a lot of questions coming. Make sure I didn't miss somebody because they've been flying in here. Hold on just a second. There's some I missed. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to get you guys that I missed. All right, there's Lady Carol, $5 donation. Thank you, Lady Carol. Blessings to you. Lord Icing, are there any messages for me? Blessings. Yes. Doris is back here for you, Lady Carol. And she said, that Lady Carol, she said, we in the spirit are very proud of her. Says she's made a real effort to move forward. She said, we know she's been through a rough time. She said, but I got a little treat here for you. Hold on. I think I'm hearing a voice. Hold on. Doris, can you make it louder? This is your husband coming in. I think this is Tom. And I hear him say, he says, honey, I'm here. And he said, do you know, I feel so happy and free. And he says, I'm not carrying the weight that I used to, emotional weight. He said, it was so hard for me to cross to spirit. He said, I lingered and lingered. And he said, you know, I didn't want to go. But he said, I gave up the body. He said, now I'm with you. He said, it's easier for me now because he said, I'm not suffering. And he wants you to know that he has visited you. He keeps asking me, he said, tell her in my dreams, I'm talking in her sleep. So you're going to start seeing visions of him. And I think you already have, actually. But he wants to acknowledge that he is around. He's come over in the dreams. And he said, I'm working on better at this communications. He's asking me to talk to you something about, I don't understand this, but he's talking about the kitchen and the smell of coffee. I don't know if he's being drawn there or he actually is producing the scent of coffee. But he wants me to bring over talking about kitchen and the coffee for you. I hope that makes some sense. But he's around. He said, yeah. He said, I'll meet her in the kitchen for coffee like I used to. And he's literally got a big can. And it's like, he's smelling it. It's like, I don't know if he used to just like open the can of coffee, it was brand new, and go, he loves the smell of coffee right now. So that's how you're going to know him. You'll start to scent coffee, or you might not even be making coffee and you smell it suddenly. That's his presence. He sends love over to you. He's in the light. Thank you, Doris, for bringing. Thank you for coming. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. He's so nice. He said, Bob, thanks for letting me come there. It's my honor, sir. Thank you. All right, I'll tell. He just said, tell her that I love her, and he just gave you a beautiful red rose. Thank you, Lady Carol. Blessings to you. Stardust Glitter, €5. Hi, Stardust. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. Hi, Bob. The Spirit have a message for me tonight. Thank you. Class yesterday was amazing. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Blessings. Listen, I'm so glad you're here. And hold on, I've got a voice coming in back here. Edgar Casey's back here again. Stardust, he's saying to tell you, he said she's getting the balance right. He said, you've been working on the balance between psychic development. He said, living in the material world. He said, not to worry, you're getting the balance right finally. Mr. Casey's asking me to tell you, he says, at night, he said, pay attention to your dreams because we're coming through. Now, Melanie, have you been wanting to write a book or something? Because he's handing me a pen. And usually when they do that, it means that there's some writing work you're going to do. So I want you to be open to receiving messages from him or from other spirits that come there and write those down, because that's one of the ways they're not only communicating with you, but I get a sense there's a publication coming as well. All right. So call him Mr. Casey. He's working with you. Blessings to you. Thank you. Love and Life, $5 donation. Thank you so very much. Oops, wrong glasses here. Hold on. I can't see the thing here. Bob, are there any messages from Aphrodite or any guides? Love you, Bob. Thank you, Love and Life. Thank you. Hold on. Oh, this is interesting. Love and Life, I'm getting back here a man. He's dressed like a druid. He's got a druidic robes, white robes on. And he said that you've had a past life connection to the druids. And he gives me the name. He says, I'm the Bard of Glastonbury. And so I believe he played music as well. And he was a druid and he did harp music. But he's asking me to tell you that he says, I'm bringing you back to the remembrance of the time when you walked the earth and were in harmony with the trees. So I get the sense this is about you reconnecting to the earth here. And the Bard of Glastonbury is bringing his presence to help you with your magical work, with your connection to earth energy. Okay? So call upon him. Thank you so very much. Blessings. Aaron Patricia. Oh, there you are. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm having some problems here. Hold on. Aaron Patricia, $5 donation. Thank you so very much. Does Spirit still see me moving back to my hometown to care for my parents and sister and or ignite romantic love? Still adore that police chief. Thanks. I don't see you moving back now. I see you staying in your current place. I think you may do a move next year, but it's not going to be back home. I feel that in terms of the home front, things will start to balance out there without you having to do that, okay? In terms of the police chief, I think you should definitely pursue him because I feel that he's very lonely in his life and he's ready for romance. So he won't be blocked from you. Blessings to you. Thank you for your donation. Oh my gosh, guys, hold on. I've got so many coming in here. Oops, let's see. Where else did I miss? Okay. Hold on just a second. All right. Okay, here. Rich Rose, $14.99. Thank you for your donation, Rich. Bob, any messages for me from my ancestors? Thanks and happy Independence Day. Rich, you know, it's interesting. When I'm stepping into your frequency, I'm hearing a voice around you. I want to place this on the father's side of the family here. And this feels like it's a grandmother, could be great-grandmother. Sometimes I crisscross them. But I'm getting a female here on the father's side of the family that's around you. And I feel like this woman's coming in to kind of give you some confidence. I hear her saying, that's right, stand proud, you're doing well. And she says to me something about, she said, you've been through a rough patch. And she said, the last year for you, it's been some struggle. And she said, you're done with the struggle. She said, grandma is here to help you. So this grandmother is connected on your father's side. If it's great-grandmother, forgive me, I'm maybe misinterpreting her. She's not making it clear, but she said, grandma is here to help you. And so she wants to be a presence to you to encourage you to keep going down the path. She said, a lot of lessons learned. And she said, and you've done well with it. She said, son, you've done well with it. And she's talking about, she said, greater unity in the family here. And I get the sense that there's been maybe even some challenge in some family relationships. She said, you didn't cause it, but she said, keep moving forward. She said, everybody gets into alignment. And she's asking me to talk about the month of September here. And she says, September is a turning point for you where you embrace your truth and people accept you as you are. Okay. So she's back here, brings her presence. And that's one of the relatives. What's that? Hold on. I've got Doris talking to me. Yeah. You also have a great grandfather that's back here as well. So you've got a grandmother and a great grandfather. Both of them on your father's side with you. And the great-grandfathers is saying something about he comes in to bring blessings as well. So he's here for you. And he keeps asking me to talk to you about the vision. I think he actually had a little bit of psychic vision. And he's pointing to his third eye. So you have some psychic energy. It comes down on the father's side of the family. Thank you so much for your donation, your time. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Jessica. Oh my gosh, Jessica, $100 donation. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Happy 4th. Do I have any messages? Thank you a million times, PsychicBob. Well, Jessica, you're very generous with your donation. Listen, I have to tell you, my guy Doris is already back here speaking. Jessica, Doris is asking me to talk to you about, she said, come, this is her word. She said, Larry, she said, tell Jessica to come back to her gifts that she knows. And I get the sense that when you were younger, like a child, you were actually incredibly psychic. But she says, the word she said, the last few years, she said, you've lost some of your focus. She says, not your ability. She said, but your focus on your ability. So Doris wants you to put some focus back here on your psychic gifts. She said you have gifts of clairvoyance, and she says, and channeling and mediumship. She said you have a real connection to the spirit world here. And she said she's coming in to work with you personally and to help you. So I want you to call on her. She's also asking me to tell you, she said that you have a gift of the angels that connect with them. And she's asking me to talk to you about Archangel Uriel as one of your guides as well. He's a very powerful angel. So I want you to be working with Doris and working with Uriel, because they're saying that your psychic gifts are important, because the words that Doris literally says, she said, you're at a turning point. She said, it's time to embrace who you are. She said, don't wait. She said, it's no time like the present. You know, the spirit world, sometimes they're a little, well, what's the word I want to say? They're a little bit of a taskmaster, you know, but listen, you're going to be in good hands here. Also, Jessica, she's talking about emotional healing. So I don't know if you've been through like a breakup or some type of struggle in the emotional area here. She just said, I let her know she's getting strength in the emotional part of her life. So Doris wants to help you. She's here to work with you. And she sends her blessings and her greetings to you as well, okay? Jessica, thank you for your kind donation. That's very generous of you. But I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that helps tonight. And, you know, let me know how things are going, okay? Thank you so much for everything. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your generosity. You know, it really makes a difference in my life. As I'm, you know, you guys know I'm working on my Wiccan temple room. That's going to also be a studio for filming. So we're going to have a whole new set in the coming months. I want to have that done by, you know, before Halloween. It's going to take a few months because I still have a lot of work to do. But it's going to be really an amazing setup with lighting and stuff. And so the money that you donate is actually being put back into the show. So I'm going to have professional lighting, a new set. It's going to be nice for you guys. So thank you for your support. Oh my goodness. Christian Drew at 1313. Hello. Do my guides have any messages for me? Love your hearts. Thank you. Yes. My guide Doris is coming in here, Christian Drew. And she said, let her know that, she said, tell Mary that I'm coming to help her with her heart. And she said, you've been feeling a bit of an emotional wreck lately. She said, emotions all over the place. All over the place. And she said, don't worry, dear. She said, we're bringing you calm. And she said, your other guide is here. Bring him through. All right. Chief White Eagle is back here for you. And I hear him saying, he said, tell Mary that I'm still her protector always. And he said, you need not fear danger. He said, I'm standing guard over the house. He's asking me to talk to you as well. He said, I bring her peace in order that she will continue to advance in her spiritual work. And so Chief White Eagle wants to help you get back to your spiritual work. And he said that he's bringing physical healing as well. And he said that your sleep cycle has been off. And he said your nervous system has just been a little wrecked. But Chief White Eagle's coming in to bring healing for the emotions and the nervous system and to get your channeling back going for you, okay? So I want you to keep talking to him and talk to Doris. They're both going to help you, okay? Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, Rich Rose. Hello, Rich Rose. Hey, Bob, any messages for me? Rose, Rich, I got to tell you, I'm getting another voice back here. And there's a man that's talking to me. And he gives me the name of Tex. And it's funny, he's dressed like a Texas cowboy. He's got a big hat on. And he says to tell you that he's your adventurer guide. And he says he says, let Rose know that I'm taking them traveling. And it looks like you're going to get to actually do some travel here. And they keep showing me images literally connected to the American Southwest. So I keep seeing like Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. And I hear him saying something about Sedona. So I don't know if you've ever been to Sedona, but they're talking about travel to that and also to New Mexico, particularly to Santa Fe. So Santa Fe, New Mexico, and also the other place in Arizona, Sedona. So these trips are going to happen over the next year. And Tex says that he's coming in to remind you to have more fun and to travel and have some adventure. Okay, so call on him. Thank you for your question. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, you guys y'all amaze me with all your questions. Amy White. Hello, Amy. Any messages for me? Hold on. Yes. Okay. My guide Doris is here, Amy, and she said that she's bringing your grandma over. This is, I believe, on your mother's side, the family here. And I'm hearing a woman speak to me, and she said, we're all having a party over here. And I get the sense when this lady was alive, she loved to party. Like she would just have everybody sitting around the table laughing. And she said, I'm still the life of the party. And she's brought me, this is going to sound weird, but she's brought me a big tray of green Rice Krispie treats. Now, isn't that interesting? And she said she loves St. Patrick's Day. And she said, I'm making green everything. She said, I know it's 4th of July. She said, but I always loved St. Patrick's Day. So she's bringing green treats over here. And she says, who cares about political correctness? I want to have green food today. But your grandmother's here. She's asking me to tell you as well that she's coming in to help you. She's talking about a holding pattern with you with the money situation. And she said something about sounding like she said, and tell Amy, she said, I'll get her back her financial freedom. So it's some sort of issue where it's like you've been in a holding pattern with money. And she said, and I'm bringing healing as well. She's asking me to talk to you something about, I don't understand this, but she showed me papers that look like legal papers. So I don't know if you're doing some sort of legal transaction. It's like a court thing or some type of stuff. She said, I'm getting that moving along. I don't quite understand that, but I hope that makes sense to you. But she said, I'm helping her get some money in her life so she can move forward. And she said, not be trapped in the financial holding pattern. So she's saying, she said, in the meantime, she said, eat my green Rice Krispie treats. Isn't that something? Well, there you go. Blessings to you. Thank you for your question. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, ma'am. The spirit people are wonderful. I just love them. All right. Death Star, €5. Hey, Death Star. Thank you so much. Any messages for me on love? Thanks. My guide Doris is back here, Death Star, and she said you're at the turning point with love. She's asking me to talk to you about end of July going into August. And she said this latter half of the summer, she said you're in a more social mode. And she said you're going to meet a number of people. And she said there'll be one for you by August. So it looks like in August you're moving into a more secure position in terms of romance. And she said not to worry. She said old Mother Doris will help you with that. Doris asked me to tell you, Death Star. She said, when I was young, she said, everybody messed up my relationships. She said, my family were the worst. She said, don't let anybody influence you. She said, you're going to be led to the right person at the right time. But she said, it's around August that you really feel like you're ready to be in a relationship. So it's a little bit of a holding pattern, but you're breaking through. Okay. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, guys, so many questions. Hold on, I'm trying to get to all of them. Okay, Pink Diamond, $4.49. Thank you for your donation. Australian dollars, $4.49. Hi, Bob. Any messages for me today, please? Thank you. Yes. Yeah. You've got a spirit guide back here. This is actually Jack Weber coming in. And Jack Weber says it's time for you to embrace your physical mediumship. You actually have some psychic gifts that are related to physical mediumship. Like in physical mediumships, like when you can get a spirit to appear or a voice to materialize. So Jack Weber's coming in here to acknowledge your gifts of physical mediumship. And he says to tell you, he says, the more you embrace your spiritual gifts, he said, the more, he said, joy you're going to have. And he's asking me to talk to you about the autumn time. He says in October, he said, Pink Diamond, she'll really understand what I'm talking about. So I think you're going to end up with some paranormal phenomena. And you may even be, in a sense, helping somebody with a haunted house. And so when you go to the house, you're going to hear the spirit voices. But this is the power that you have is going to allow other people to hear the spirit voices. So definitely some blessings coming in here, okay? So call on Jack Weber. He's a medium. There are two Jack Webers. Well, if you just type in Jack Weber and look him up, you'll see a golf pro. This is not him. This is a medium from Wales from the 1930s. But he's around you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Anixa, $10 donation. Oh my gosh, thank you, Anixa. Hi, Psychic Bob. Any messages for me? Thank you so much and blessings. You know, Anixa, I have to tell you here, I'm getting somebody back here. I'm getting two voices. One is actually a relative here that's around you. And there's a lady, this is on your mother's side of the family. This is actually the great-grandmother on your mother's side back here. And this lady, she said, tell Anixa, she said that, I was a witch. Now, she may not have been literally a witch, but she said that in her mind, she always felt like she was a witch. And she means that in a positive phrase. She said she used to know things. She said, oh, it's in our family. We know everything. She said, I may not have always told everybody that, but she said, yeah, I used to know things. She's asking me to tell you that you have some spiritual gifts. And she says, particularly in the dream prophecy. And she said, she wants you to watch dreams here. She said, oh, I used to get the most fantastic dreams. That's what she said. And she said, Anixa will as well. So I want you to spend time talking to this great-grandmother on your mom's side. Ask your mom to tell you a little bit more about her, and I think you'll discover that she was very psychic. And your mom, I think, knew about it, but she didn't even tell her a lot about it. But she's here for you and bringing help from the spirit world. Asked me to bring her presence to you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Christy and Jeff, yay, our new people here. $5 donation. Thank you so very much for joining us and for your donation. Yes, I hear you. My spirit guide, Doris, is back here, Christy and Jeff. And Doris is asking me to share with you, both of you. She said that both of you, she's literally throwing money down here. And she said, this next 6 months for you is about financial blessing. And she said, you're coming out of your struggle time. And she said the last year has been a lot of emotional strain and financial strain. She said, well, they're done with that now. So tell Christy and Jeff that we're moving forward. They're going to be in a greater place of happiness and less pain emotionally and financially. She's asking me to talk to you. This is going to sound strange, but I don't know if Jeff is something about looking at schooling, but I'm getting somebody here is going to want to take us some classes or education. And Doris said, she said, yes, she said, they're both ready to learn. They're both ready to learn. So I think there's some transition here. And Doris wants to help you with this transition. And she said, yes, she said, don't wait. Everything starts now. She said, don't be afraid. Start now. Okay, so Doris Stokes, I want you to look her up. She's working with you. What's that? Oh, okay. Also, there's another spirit guide here as well. And you have another guy who's a Native American guide. What's his name? His name is Black Otter. His name is an Indian guy named Black Otter. That's the name I heard. And he's going to help you as well. And Black Otter says that he's reminding you, and Christy, this is for you, something about the gifts of healing here. So I don't know if you've been wanting to do something with healing, you've ever done healing, but Black Otter is talking to me that you have natural inborn gifts of healing. So you might want to study like massage therapy or herbalism or Reiki. Call on Chief Black Otter, okay? Blessings to you. Doris and Chief Black Otter, call on. Thank you for your support here and being here. Blessings. Oh my gosh. Hi, Luna. There's Luna. Yay, good to see you. Welcome, Luna. Hold on, let me get to your question just a second. April and Mojo, $10 donation. Thank you, April and Mojo. Hi, Bob. Love you. Thank you. Psychic Bob loves you too. Any messages regarding my current love life, honey? I'm totally in love, as you predicted, but yet I'm afraid to give in. Any advice? You know, April, you're holding on to the past. You're holding on to that remembrance of pain. I don't see this moving in a bad direction. So I want you to know that the spirit world's with you and is helping you. I just heard her. You know, Doris loves to help people, but she's here as well. And she says today, she said, let April know. She said that she's ready. She said, you're ready to let go and embrace that love. And she said, you're not going to repeat the past. She said, this person's very different around you. And she said, you're holding on to memories that aren't valid anymore. So not that they're not valid, that they didn't happen, but they're not going to repeat is what she's saying. And Doris said, she said, it's got my bet. She said, I'll be there cheering them on. So you've got help. Doris is also asking me, talking about another spirit guide here. Hold on, there's a woman coming in here. Oh, she's lovely. She's dressed in ancient Greek clothing. And what is your name? Say it again. She gives me the name of Athena. She said, I'm not the goddess. She said, but I was a priestess to Athena. And she said, I'm a protector and a guardian to you. So you have a spirit guide named Athena back here who's helping to protect your heart. And she says, and protect your life. And she said, and protect your finances. She said, because, you know, she said, in the past, people have taken money from you. And she said, well, not this time. She said, you're in a good place. Call on Athena, call on Doris, because they're both helping you. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, there you are, Luna. Hi, Psychic Bob. Hope you're okay. I need your help, please. What is Dagda's advice regarding Thomas on how I should talk to him without dimming my light? Thank you both. Much love. Thank you. Hold on. Doris, can you get Dagda back there? Okay. Hold on. I think he's coming through. I hear him. He's asking, I hear the words coming through from him. And he says to tell you, he said, speak from your heart. He said, not from your mind. He said that you have a tendency to look at things through a critical lens. This is not saying you're bad, but he's saying if you shift your focus to the heart, he said, then you will speak the words that will impact him. He said, you're looking at this now from the place of the mind. He said, it is not of the mind, it's of the heart. And so if you speak from the heart, you're not going to dim Thomas's light. You actually bring him into a place of healing. He says to tell you as well, he said, you must spend more time working with your heart chakra. And he's literally handing me here, it's an emerald stone. And he said, wear the green stone near your heart. He said, and then when you speak, you will have the power of the green light. Okay? And he says, Thomas is at a place where he's ready to learn and to change and to grow. And he said this last year, he said he's had to learn the hard lessons. And I get the sense that Thomas has kind of been beaten up by life here, the way he explains it to me. And he says he's ready to grow. So you're in Thomas's life to be a catalyst for growth and change. Okay? But Dagda's going to help you. But he says, work with the emerald, speak from the heart. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you for your question. Blessings to you. All right. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, guys, hold on. Trying to get through all the questions here. I think I missed some of you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. There's one I missed. Nicole Perkins, $2 donation. Thank you for your donation. Hi, Bob. I'm feeling left out at work lately. Why? You know what? It's interesting, Nicole. When I step into your frequency, you've got a lot of purple light and gold light around you. That means you're opening your crown chakra, that you're channeling in your potential, your higher self, your better self. And what's happening is that the people around you feel your shift. What's happening is you're kind of an older soul, seeing you're surrounded by younger souls at work. And they're not ready to grow. And I think in a sense you're outgrowing that position. So I feel that as we get closer to September, there's an opportunity for advancement. I'm not saying you have to leave your job, but I think that you would be able to get a promotion. And I would really focus on moving into a new position now, because I feel that you have more leadership gifts. I feel you have more talent than has been recognized. And so if you start that process now, I think that you'll understand this. And by September, you're going to call me and say, Psychic Bob, I'm so glad I did the change. But I want you to look at advancement where you are before you go outside. I feel like it's going to start within where you are. I hope that helps. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, another donation. Aki Therese, $20 donation. Thank you, darling. That's very kind of you. Yes, I got another voice coming in here. Do you remember my spirit guide, Rose? Well, Rose is back here for you, Teresa. Rose said, she said, oh, there she is, my dear friend. And Rose wants you to know, she said, tell Teresa I haven't forgotten her. And she says, I'm still with her. And it's funny, she's handing me an envelope. And when I'm opening the envelope, I'm seeing plane tickets here. And these look like they say going to San Francisco or Los Angeles, some connection with California here. And Rose said, she said, that's right. She said, I'm getting her ready to travel. And she says to tell you, she said, you may find that when you go to the West, she said that you feel drawn back there. And the way she said, not that you have to leave where you are. She said, but she said, in a sense, she said, your heart longs for a different location. And she said, allow yourself to change your path. And she said, if you want to go to the West, she said, in next year, 2022, she said, it will be a good time for you. Rose is also asking me to tell you that she's coming in to expand your social life here. And she said, you've been kind of being a bit of a hermit. And she said, don't be a hermit. She says, embrace the people around you. And she said, things are opening up for you socially. And she says, new friendships. And she's talking to me also about, she said, and we'd love to see some more exhibits here. I think that she's helping you pick up some more photography work and artistic presence and like working in galleries here as well. So Rose is coming in to widen that circle and to help you with travel issues and I think future relocation issues. So you may find yourself moving to California in the next year. And she said, don't worry, it's not a crisis. She said, it's not like you have to move. She said, it's just a doorway opening for you if you want to take it. So I don't see anything that's an urgency, but she said, let your heart lead you. She said, because she said, as your heart leads you, she said, then you'll be on the path that you should be on. All right. So keep that memory with you of Rose and talk to her. All right. She's with you. What's that? Doris said she wants to help you as well. So you got Rose and Doris, and you know you've got good friends with the spirit guides. They're always helpful. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh. Up, hold on a second. Some others that I missed. Hold on, guys. If I missed you, please forgive me. I'm having some chat problems. So hang in here with me. David Jan, there you are. I've got a message for you. First of all, I'm going to say thank you to your service in defense of Israel and freedom in the world. Thank you for that. And I got to tell you, I got a message. This is funny because this actually came to me last night. I was asleep and I heard a voice say, this was from Commander Ashtar. And Commander Ashtar said, let David know that I am still with him. And he said he's expanding your connection to the Pleiadians. He said you have Arcturians and Pleiadians and Anunnaki. He said, but the Pleiadian connection is going to get stronger for you. So he asked me to deliver that message to you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I'm glad I remembered. I should have wrote it down, but I do remember it. And so he told me that it was like really early this morning. I heard him say it. I said, oh, I got to remember that. And thank goodness I did. Okay. So you're getting help from Ashtar Command, from Commander Ashtar. And he said something about he's expanding your connection with the Pleiadians. So I want you as part of your daily work to sit down and particularly talk to him and invite him in and to bring the other Pleiadians. Okay. There's a female Pleiadian that I picked up around you. And I keep getting the name. It sounds like Jana or Jana, Jana, like Jana. And that's a Pleiadian female. She's one of the officers, and she commands a light ship. And so you're going to actually hear her voice or have a vision of her very soon. And all of this is to prepare you to open that channel. Okay, you're opening the channel, but it's going to get more intense and more clear. Work with those two. Blessings to you and all the others that they bring. Work with them. Oh my gosh, there's Ramona, $9.99. Thank you, Ramona. You're very kind. Thank you. Listen, Ramona. Yeah, I hear Edgar Casey's back here in my ear. Fletcher's like, he's wound up today. Yeah, I said Edgar Casey's coming in. Edgar Casey's asking me to tell you, he said that he's connecting your channel to your ancestors more. He said you're going to do a lot of work in the future with them. And he says, I brought your father here. Hold on, I think your dad's coming in here. I hear him. Your dad's laughing. And he said, I thought I'd bring in the big guns to get your attention. So your dad and Mr. Casey got together to try to get your attention here. But they're both back here and saying, bravo. They're saying you've done very well with your ancestor altar. And they said, it's the talk of the spirit world. And your father's asking me to tell you that he said, I'm planting the seeds for Florida. I'm planting the seeds for Florida. So it looks like there's going to be some opportunities like in the financial area that open up in Florida. And he keeps talking about this next month. He said through July and August. So I think this is coming very quickly here. And your dad said he's helping you. He's also asking me to talk to you about his mother, your grandmother as well, and said that she's on the chain of command for help as well. So you're definitely getting help from their side. And he says, don't worry. He said, there are a lot of others here. I also hear your chieftain here. There's another voice. It's a Maasai tribesman coming in. Now, this is funny. He said, you are going to go to Kenya. And so he says, not now, but in 2022, he said, you're going to have a chance to travel to Kenya. And he said, I will take you and show you the ways of our people there, the ancient ways, the culture. So it looks like there's some travel coming. So keep doing what you're doing because you're opening a channel and they're all coming in to help you. Okay. I hope that helps. Thank you for your donation. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys. I just looked at the time. I can't believe we've gone through a whole hour. Where's the time go? Well, I don't know where you are in the world, a lot of you, but tonight I want to get off here so you guys can go see the fireworks if you want to do that. But I am so glad you're here. Listen, please help me out. Like this video, favorite it, thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. Be part of our channel. And make sure to go over to my website and register now for our psychic development class. It's only $30. We're going to gather on Zoom on Saturday, and I'm teaching on the fairy realm, how the fairy people work with you psychically, and how they interact with the angelic realm. This last week, we did the angelic realm. Don't worry if you missed that class. These classes are all made so that you can come in with no experience, not having been to any class, and start learning right away. Those of you who have been in class, I make it easy so that you can, just come right in and learn. So I'm so glad you guys are here. And I want to say thank you for all your donations. Thank you for all your kind support. You guys really rock. I love all of you. And thank you for your presence here, and you guys rock. So listen, I send my greetings to all of you. For those of you who serve in the armed forces of the United States, happy 4th of July. Thank you for your service and being a blessing to America. And thank you to all of you for your openness to the spirit world tonight. So if you didn't get your question answered, don't panic, because we're going to gather again on Tuesday and do another live stream event. On Tuesday at 12 noon, we're going to have a live stream, messages from the spirit world. So come hang out with us then, and we'll work on your questions some more. Anyways, keep it here at Spiritual. We always got more coming. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Monday? Oh my gosh. So tomorrow we're going to have astrology forecast. So come and join us for that. I love all of you guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, make sure to see that we had our seance. The spirit people came through some amazing stuff. I'd love to have you guys see that. If you haven't, please go into the queue. It's in the video right before this one, Psychic Bob's Saturday night seance. So, 7 days a week, we got something for you guys, and I hope you'll stay with us. I love all of you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow for astrology forecast. Until then, may all of you have a happy, blessed 4th of July, and may all of you always blessed be.